Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Kellen here with Droid Life. Taking a look today at the Oppo N1. Though you can tell from where my hand is and the box and all this other stuff laying around, this is indeed the special limited edition CyanogenMod version. And you know, since we've been in this game for a while and we were heavily into the ROM scene early on, to see CyanogenMod go from a side project from a bunch of really talented developers to them incorporating and then finding a hardware partner to distribute their take on Android, we couldn't help but show a little bit of love. So we picked one up, thought we'd just, give it a tour, a little unboxing, show you what we've got here, sort of limited edition type of stuff. And, just talk about how kind of cool that is to see a group of guys go from, side project to, a business and where they are today. So anyways, again, this is the Oppo N1 CM edition. Should be the first device officially ever released with CM running out of the box. Now I believe you can buy the regular unlocked N1 and then flash CM to it pretty easily, but this one should have it running out of the box. So anyways, this is what we've got. You got two stickers that come with it, so you do get some special edition stickers if you buy this version. You can see there's the logo there, and that's just a sticker on there, which you can kind of see. That's a sticker, so the box would normally just be white and say Oppo, but they did slap that sticker on there. So really nice packaging actually from Oppo, and this box weighs a lot. So this isn't cheap cardboard or anything like that. This thing actually has some significant weight to it. We've got a brief overview of specs right there on the back, and I'll go over all of them. Also talks about amount of storage in there, and then some of the GSM bands it works with. So no LTE on this bad boy, but it does work with all the most popular GSM bands for the most part. So yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, but yeah, that's packaging. You also do get Oppo's little, I always forget the name of this thing. It's their little, I think they call it the O click. And essentially how it works is you put the battery in there, pair it with your device over a Bluetooth LE, and you can use it as a remote sort of shutter button. So you can take pictures, remotely with it. Also, you can set an alarm so that if you lose your device, though it's so huge, I don't know how you would, you can essentially click that and it'll set off an alarm so you can hopefully find your device. So let me just set those over there. Also came with what looks to be a flip cover. So it's got a cover that came with it, and then Cruiser Lights also making this sort of special edition TPU case for it as well that came with it. So lots of goodies in there. Let's talk about the device itself. So if we flip open this box, there is the gigantic phone itself right there. You do get some earbuds in there, and then you also pull this little box out. So again, really nice packaging, by the way. You also get some more fittings for your earbuds, and then a sort of Euro charger there. And then there's what looks to be a pretty lengthy USB cable, which I really appreciate when companies do that. So anyways, here's the device. Let's go ahead and pull this little tab to get it out. See if there's anything else in there. It just looks like guides. So let's throw that aside. And here it is once I pull the sticker off. So this is the Oppo N1. If you guys haven't seen this before, actually this is my first time holding it in person. It is monstrous. So this is a huge, huge device. You can see there's no CM branding or anything on this. All the CM stuff again comes with those cases and stuff they send you. So it's an Oppo N1 running CM out of the box. So in terms of specs though, you're looking at a quad-core Snapdragon 600 clocked at 1.7 gigahertz. So no slouch, same processor that's an HTC One. You got a 5.9 inch, so huge, full HD display, 377 pixels per inch. So not bad, right, for a display that big. 16 gig of storage, 2 gig RAM, works on a whole bunch of GSM bands. We're going to see what version of Android we're actually running. Being CM, I'm not sure which version of CM it is out of the box, although I probably should know that. But we'll boot it up to make sure, although it says 4.2. We'll see where we're at there. 13 megapixel camera, which actually swivels. So this is one of Oppo's sort of big features here. So the camera actually swivels. So you got that swivel action, so you can use it as your front-facing camera. So there is no front-facing camera. You just flip this over and you can take 13 megapixel selfies, which is kind of crazy. You're looking at a 3610 milliamp hour battery, 9 millimeters thick, 213 grams, and comes in white. So this is your Oppo N1. So just before we fire it up though, let me just show you here. Here is a Galaxy Note 3. So next to it, Galaxy Note 3 is what, a 5.7 inch display, I believe. And so you can see significantly different size there. It's just huge. And just because it's funny, here is the Moto X next to it, which just looks like the tiniest device ever. You can fit like a Moto X and a half in the display of the Oppo N1. So just thought we'd show you that. Oh, and just because it's sitting here, here's the Nexus 5 next to it. So again, I mean, this phone is massive. You're basically talking tablet. Now, I thought the Note 3 was too big. This thing is massive. So let me see if I can find the power button. So power button over here on the right side, along with a lower volume rocker, which is kind of interesting because you probably would hold your phone about like this, even if it was this big. So the thumb placement there is actually kind of nice. Let's power it up. Hopefully it's got some juice. So first boot, Oppo. And I'm curious to see if we'll get, you know, like a CM logo, something like that. So there's Oppo. And there you go, CyanogenMod. So officially running CyanogenMod out of the box. Again, you know, we picked this device up, not necessarily because we're fans of the Oppo N1. And I'm not just trashing on the Oppo N1. It's just too big for my personal taste. But I really wanted to see this whole CM setup. So kind of cool. It is really running CM out of the box. So yes, I'm in the US. Next. Yeah, no SIM card. Set up your CyanogenMod account. I could do that later. Let's just go ahead and skip by all this stuff. Yes, I have a Google account, but we are going to skip you as well. Location settings, that's fine. And we'll just leave that stuff for now. Setup is complete. Your phone is ready to rumble, it says. So if you fire this up, since it's CM, you know, you're basically looking at, see if I can get the brightness up a ways here. So you're basically looking at stock Android, right? CM sort of has always sort of been stock Android. I just want to see what exact version it is out of the box. So it's Android 4.3, even though Oppo's pages say it's 4.2, but you know, that should be updated quite frequently. So N1 running 4.3 CM, JWR66Y if you missed that. So in here you've got your profiles. You can see there's the little CM touches here and there. Just sort of scrolling through and looking. There's your whole theme stuff, home screen, lock screen settings, interface. So if you guys are familiar, now I haven't used CM in a while, I'm not gonna lie. But all of the stuff that I remember from it is all in here. So, you know, you can theme it, you can do all of the stuff you've come to enjoy with CM. So anyways, just kind of wanted to show you that quickly. Actually, let's fire up the camera just because it does this sort of swivel thing. So we can swivel it. And I know you guys can't really see anything there. There you go. There's a look outside. There's the desk. And then we can flip it back. I could show you me if I want to. But anyways, you know, basically stock look there. And it's CyanogenMod. So anyways, I really just wanted to show you guys it booting up with CM. So I'll probably play with this device for a little bit. I'll throw in a T-Mo SIM card or something like that and give it a run on GSM only, some HSPA, and take some pictures, things like that, and just sort of talk about maybe my experience in a little bit with CyanogenMod running on a phone out of the box, which is still kind of a cool idea. So anyways, if you guys have questions, you want to see anything special, you want us to do anything crazy with the device, we can do that. So, oh, headphone jack on the bottom. That's always a plus. Good job, Oppo. Anyways, we're Droid Life. Hit us up. Actually, one more thing. Sorry, before we exit there, I didn't talk about this on the back of the Oppo device. They've sort of got this optical pad or this pad on the back that allows you to scroll on web pages. I believe you can potentially control the camera with that. Haven't played with that a lot, and I know it's sort of difficult to see. You can see it right there though, and there's sort of this box outline. And actually this case from Cruiser Light has a cutout for it, so you can utilize that. So, you know, we'll talk about that. We'll just talk about the device in general now that we have in-house. Might as well, right? So anyways, again, if you guys have questions, you want us to check anything out in particular, let us know. We're Droid Life. Peace.